Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akiadlan bin Johari. My metric number is 272723 and my group mate is Ilan Haris bin Salihuddin. Metric number 272685. Today we will present the final report of neural network classification of four best richest athletes using neural network. Okay. The introduction. Forbes is a business magazine published in the United States owned by Integrated Whale Media Investment and the Forbes family. It covers the articles on finance, industry, investing, and marketing topics and is published 8 times a year. Okay, so now for the introduction of professional sports. The professional sports have attracted a lot of attention as more people have gained interest in it and want to find out more about the sport and their athletes. The information is scattered throughout various websites and articles, making it hassle for sports enthusiasts to find them. The next one is the performance-based analysis. The existing artificial techniques in the sports domain mostly covered only on the performance-based analysis in training. Okay, so for the neural network, a neural network connected by orienting the graph, and it consists of nodes which in the biological analogy represent neurons connected by arcs, and it corresponds to dendrites and synapses. Each arc is associated with a weight, while at each node apply to the values received as input by the node and define the activation function along the incoming arcs. Okay, so that's briefly what is a neural network. Okay, now for the related work, artificial neural network to the sports. Okay, so the first neural network is generating strategies. Most of the times, the neural network has been used to study the algorithm of potential strategies that will be used by the opponent. These activities will be done by they submit the recording or the data of the opponent's previous match to generate a suitable strategies to take on in the opponent's weakness. Okay, so the next one is it works on performance prediction. One of the neural networks works in sports domain is performance prediction, which is used to predict how a certain athletes will perform during a certain time. Okay, now career prediction. Career prediction is used mostly by the club or the employer side. They will predict a career, athlete's career, and with higher, with the better career, they will hire them. Okay, so basically it will generate the potential career by using the previous performance and the body of the analogy of the athletes. Anatomy of the athlete's body. So the next one I will pass to Ilan Haris to explain it.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi Haris bin Salihuddin, and I'll proceed with the methodology. So our methodology is basically divided into 4 parts, which is data collection, training and testing, and the result analysis. So for the first part, which is data collection, we search for an appropriate data set for our study, which is the Forbes richest data set. And then next, we check the data set and simplify the data that is within the data set. We also clean the data just in case if there's any missing data. The data set from the Kaggle website, which can be found using any browser. So the data set has a total of 301 instances with no missing values. The data set also contains 6 attributes, which are name, nationality, current rank, sport, year, and earnings in millions in USD. So next is the second step, which is the experimental setup. So the input, output, and hidden layer of ANN end nodes are split into 3 levels. And then we use a specific formula, which is the sigmoid function, to calculate the value that we use inside the programming later on. As for the third step is the training and testing. So we separate the dataset into two separate portions, which is the testing portion and the training portion. So first we train the data with 70% of the dataset values, and then we test using the 30% of the rest. And lastly is the result analysis, where we look at the results of the coding and analyze it. So next is the conclusion. So in the study will include most of the richest athletes all around the world. The study will involve financial information and the current world ranking held by each of the athletes, which are included in the dataset. So by the end of this study, potential new information regarding these athletes, such as their performance, consistency, and growth in wealth, will be calculated. So this information can be found by sports enthusiasts who wish to find out more about these athletes without any hassle. That's all from me. Thank you.